What's cracking, everybody? XehrFelrose here, bringing you some TCG Pocket content. Today's deck video is going to be about Arceus, Carnivine, and Crobat. Two of the strongest things to pair with Arceus EX in the meta period. And the thing that makes this deck on a whole other level than it used to be is because we have Rare Candy to accelerate Zubats into Crobat. Now, there are two different lines of Zubat. I did find this out in the middle of playing the games you're going to see today, but definitely want to be using the Zubats from Genetic Apex because they have a colorless energy cost of 1, so you can actually use them to attack. And I was using the other one, so I just had helpless Zubats. But don't be like me. Play the correct cards in your deck. We have 2 Carnivine, 2 Zubat, 2 Crobat, no Golbat to save on deck space since Golbat really doesn't do us any good if we're not using Dark Energy, which we're not. We're going to have the double Rare Candy, double Pokeball, double Research, and our tech cards are going to be Giant Cape, Leaf, Cyrus, Mars, Iono, Guzma. I have won games with pretty much all of these cards at this point, and I feel like they're just too good not to put in the deck. Leaf is the only thing that I haven't had the unfortunate circumstance of having Arceus in the lead, but that's what it's there for, to get that Arceus out of the active if you need to, and this deck is just a lot of fun. I really highly recommend it if you want to just enjoy an Arceus deck for those of you who are just having fun during Triumphant Light. We'll go over the Carnivine real quick. If the Arceus or Arceus EX is in play, you will be able to do 50 damage with 1 energy cost as opposed to 20. And then we've also got the Crobat. We're using the Cunning Link ability, which allows it to do 30 damage to the opponent's active. Basically Darkrai, but a little bit more damage. You can have 2 at one time if you get your setup correct. So Crobat can absolutely help win games, and definitely that 30 damage helps a lot. Arceus EX is a card that is unaffected by any special conditions, so you're not going to get hit with those burns. Poison Barbs is immune to it, which is really nice because there are quite a few of those out there right now. And Ultimate Force does 70 damage plus 20 for each Pokemon on your bench, which allows it to do a maximum of 130 damage, and that is just what makes Arceus such a strong card. It does take a little bit of setup, but I love this deck. If you wouldn't mind, please subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think about the deck, and hit like on the video. Helps the channel grow, which is what I'm definitely trying to do right now. Enjoy the games today. Thank you very much for watching. Catch you next time. Gotten past our bricking hands of the first couple of games. Maybe now things will start to go back to normal. Okay. It's a dark deck, so Carnivine's immediately got some utility here. Ah, yes, the Darkrai. Okay, that's a perfect example of good matchup. Get a Zubat down, so I'm gonna wait the Iono here until I know that I at least can get this Crobat down. Probably not even worth it to use the Iono if all I'm going to do is draw 1 card. I'm going to hold on to it for now, I suppose. If I didn't draw that Zubat, I definitely would have used it. That's such a... Of course. That is such a cool playmat, though. Okay. Okay. No. Alright. But maybe we get an Arceus off the Pokeball. Man, they just... letting them loose, dude. Okay. Rare Candy. Research to Rare Candy. I'm not picky. I'll choose either one. Okay. Okay. Ah, not today. That's unfortunate. Okay, but now we can start putting pressure on with Carnivine. They did take away my Rare Candy, which makes me sad, but I can 2-shot the Darkrai, which, quite honestly, just makes me incredibly happy. It's like those turn 1 red cards. They just like, aight. Like, what are you going to do about it, man? Okay. I can immediately start loading up Arceus at this point, or I can... Well, I'm never going to load up Carnivine ahead of time in case I need the Arceus. Rare candy, that's fantastic. Let's go ahead and put that down. That is gonna seal it right there. Okay, so Carnivine can hit. I think I'm gonna use this on the Tina that they, oh, it's inactive. All right, that was kind of pointless then, wasn't it? I forgot it wasn't like Greninja. It's just the active. So I guess it doesn't really make a difference here. They're gonna start loading up their other Darkrai, which is perfectly fine. Yep, they've put the Giratina forward. They'll KO with the Darkrai for sure to get a point. Very free for them. Probably going to put my Carnivine forward and then take that turn to like load up Arceus. Because they still can't even attack. So this is fine. I can attack next turn, but by then I'll have done the damage that Arceus should hopefully be fine with. Should be able to hit for about 90. We'll have the damage between Carnivine and Crobat to be able to take out the Giratina. Bellow and pass, my friend. Bellow and pass. I'm not sure what they have to think about unless maybe they just got distracted for a minute, which happens to me quite often, to be honest. Alright, so that's a Zubat. We'll attach. I'll put down the Zubat so we have another basic for Arceus for later. You can hit him with the Cunning Link. I could hand size them down to 2 cards here. I don't feel like I need to at this point. I actually would like them to get a KO, and then I'll go ahead and Mars them down 1 card. But still being one attack away. Like Arceus, I need them to not have red. Okay, so they're gonna put down. Okay. You can have my Zubat if you want him. Because now the Carnivine can come and swing for 50. So, like, them Sabrinaing was probably not the play there. Concede. Yeah, good game. Let's go. All right, just rolling right into the next one here. Go heads again. And again, and again, and again. Awkward hand. See if they'd have steel. So, probably some sort of Solgaleo deck. Yep. Your turn. Hey, if I could Arceus here. Oh, I'm gonna research because they can't evolve, and I can always just Iono them next turn if we need to. I wish I could do the attacking first, though. Pokeball and see if we can't get Zubat. Next turn, I think I might actually save the cards in my hand for an Iono to see if I can get rare candy Golbat. They attach for turn into Cosmog and retreat, or they just they're teleporting out. So Skarmory, Mars. Ooh, that is tempting, dude. It's tempting, but I'm gonna Iono since they still have only 4 cards, and I would like to get some other cards myself. Like those? Oh yes, come to daddy. Oh, yes, come to daddy. Oh, yes, come to daddy. That is an immediate KO of the Skarmory. Now, I'm hopeful that they don't have Rare Candy Solgaleo in hand, and if they do, that's going to be unfortunate. If I gave that to them after that Iono, that's going to be rough, dude. Okay, they play the second Cosmog down. They research, so they're probably going to draw it now. Every time my opponent draws cards, I just assume they're going to slap me with Solgaleo from this deck. Rare Candy, just, it's going to happen. Okay. Oh, I see. They're going to, wait, they're going to retreat. Ah, I see. Okay. Makes sense. Does make sense. Okay. Well, we do have a Cyrus for later should we need it. I don't think I'm going to be able to do much about this except for just get the Skarmory low. And then try to have Arceus online by the time they take me out. It's a tall order. I have to sacrifice my Zubat too, maybe. I love how hard Carnivine hits just so early on if you compare it with the Arceus, man. Get another Pokeball. There's none left. Which means they do not have their candy. And that's okay. Now the nice thing here is that I can damage the active with Crobat and take the point. And then next turn they basically are going to be forced to KO Arceus in one shot or they lose. Or they have to drop their... You're going to have to drop their... I'm going to cape my Arceus now, just in case. Cunning Link, and then we'll just let them decide what fate they're going to have. That's unfortunate, not drawing. I think the Iono was probably helpful in this case. I have two cards in hand. I don't know that either of them is going to be what they're looking for, but if they don't draw the combo this turn, they lose. Is it the top deck they hoped for? Is it the top deck they hoped for? Is it? I don't think it was. I don't think it was. Yep, good game. Wow, dude. I was terrified that Solgaleo was going to come down and mess me up. All right. No fear. We're going to be fine. We get to go second this time. It's the first time in like 8 games. Okay. Carnivine, Zubat. And they have Dark. So, this is some DarkTina variant. Get a research. I would love a rare candy for next turn. If they don't shuffle it out of my hand, that is. Drop double Tina. Perhaps they don't have a Darkrai yet. Ah, the Poison Barb play. Excellent. Oh, the only way I'm getting through that thing is by smacking it with Carnivine right now, so probably not worth it until I get an Arceus down on the board, though. That's a lot of damage I'm going to take back. Stalling with that one. Okay, we do pull the Arceus out, which is kind of nice. Pokeball and Cape. Okay, so hopefully this thins the deck in our favor and allows us to maybe pull rare candy at some point. Now, is this 50 damage going to be worth it for the 20 that I'm about to take every turn until I get rid of it? They also likely have healing. I don't know that I want to attack yet. I want to get to a point where I can come in with Arceus, like, right after I attack. There's the Darkrai. Gonna start. Now they're just gonna start doing damage, so at this point, now I'm just kind of forced to do this. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna wait to attack until I'm about to have my third energy on Arceus. So I'm gonna have to go one more turn without attack. Maybe we can research. Mars and Guzma. Okay, so next turn, we can drop the Barb and attack. And I think that'll be helpful, because that way I'm not taking all this damage from Carnivine getting poisoned. Two rare candies and a Crobat in deck. Other thing, Carnivine. They're 20 damage, that's fine. I'll put the energy on Giratina. Probably pass. Okay. And Pokeball out our other basics. Then the deck yet again. We're gonna Guzma, if I can grab the right card this time. Rid of the Barb. And now I can still take an extra, so they're not going to be able to KO us next turn, because I can still take one more attach. But I could, if I wanted to, just come straight in with Arceus and swing with it. Right. And they can't retreat without Leaf. That's fine. My hand sucked anyway, man. I'm about to do it to them, though. I'll Mars next turn for sure. Because if they get... they got 5 cards in hand. I don't know if it's worth it yet. Has to be, right? Unless I get a better supporter. Crobat. I can come in with my Arceus and take the KO here. Or I could hold my Arceus in the back, save Carnivine. And take the KO next turn. Also gave them a Leaf. 8th KO this turn. I'm gonna retreat. I'm gonna just stick with my gut. Take this KO with Arceus. Then we'll cape Arceus in case they do like a Darkrai chip Giratina play at some point. Then we'll take our 2 points. I should have Marsed after I got this KO, but I figure taking them from 5, or no, they have to get the KO anyway for me to matter. Brain is backwards, apparently. Okay, so they put Giratina up front. If they attack with it, I win the game. They have to exactly have red plus attached to Darkrai plus the Chaotic Impact. If they don't have that specific combination of cards, then I don't think that they can win. They're Cyrusing. Okay. They attack with Giratina, and then I have the ability to put Carnivine down next turn, so 130 damage will be coming their way regardless. Put down a Darkrai. Oh. They're going to attach. They're going to take out Carnivine, and then they're going to hit my Arceus for the damage. We still put down Carnivine next turn, and we just win. It was a good play, though. It was a very good play. There it is. Let's get it. I love beating up DarkTina. Surely everything will be fine. Second. Matter? Not particularly. However, I'll put Zubat up in the front here. I'm going to make them think that I put it up there because I have to. Okay. They put down the other Litten. Okay. So if this is Carnivine, I'm going to be very happy. Thank goodness. Okay. This is fine. I'll attach Carnivine and I'll just pass now. Next turn, if they don't Mars me or something, I can finally put a Crobat down on the field, retreat, and then start swinging with Carnivine while I try to work on building up my Arceus. Okay. Surely they don't have X speed. Surely they don't have an X speed. Oh, this sucks. I'm just going to continue to hide behind my Carnivines. I can get a point. I just need to figure out a way to get rid of the Incineroar. I just get the point because otherwise they retreat and keep the Farfetch'd in the back. And I have to get the point later. So I'm just going to get the point now. Focus my efforts on getting rid of Incineroar. They get to basically take me down to 10 HP, like, immediately. The 750 from Fire Fang plus the burn. This is going to be tough. Right? I have a Chatot in the back as well. They're going to cape. That is making this not easy, buddy. Oh, okay. I think I have a path forward. I need them to not take out my Crobat. I kind of need that to stay here. Certainly we just Fire Fang and finish. Yes? Okay. Fire Fang. Bonus damage from the burn. Check up and please get rid of the burn. Shoot. Okay, well. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to link onto the Incineroar. Attached to Arceus. This 50 is going to put them down into range where the Ultimate Force will get the knockout. Ah, yes, let me check up. Of course, after it gets knocked out, that's when it happens. Okay, so now I'm going to put Crobat up front because it has a 0 retreat cost. And if they KO it, so be it. They find a way. I don't know if they have a way. Well, we put Crobat up in the front. It survives the Fire Fang plus burn damage. And then we can retreat and hit them. Never mind. Isn't fair. Okay, we still retreat. Burn. All right. So I think I just retreat into my Carnivine now. Force him to only get the 1 point. Do some damage, get it low enough for Arceus. Not ideal. And if they don't have if they have another Lily in hand, I think that's okay. I can still do. They take out my Crobat, that's a problem. Just drop a Cyrus and take out my Crobat and be dead. I think I'll still have enough with Arceus to do 110, even if they take out Crobat. Guard Charge Smash. Picks up a KO for them. And then we come in with Crobat, Arceus, put down our Arceus. I don't put my Arceus down until the last moment because I don't want them to Sabrina into it or something. Or, I mean, not Sabrina because I wouldn't put it up front, but I don't want them to have a chance to like pull it out for whatever reason. There's the Cyrus. Okay, they get rid of Crobat. Okay, I think we just win now. Come forward with Arceus. With 2 benched, it's doing 110. I think we just win. Okay, they concede. Good game. There we go. That's it. That easy. Okay, let's see how we do this time around. Going into the game going second, and we are going to be up against a steel deck. Okay, we got Carnivine and Arceus to start with. That's kind of nice. I probably should put down 1 extra Pokemon in case they end up Mars. They open Mars here. It's a little bit upsetting. Also, if they just, you know, decide to plop down a tool on Skarmory, I'm going to be having a bad time. That is a Diglett. Those are Diglets. That is not on the list of things I was expecting to see today. And you know what? I'm here for it. I am absolutely here for it. I'm going to put down my second Carnivine just so that I can retreat into it if I need to. We're going to Vine Whip here. I mean, if I can, I'll start taking some points. They're not attaching to Skarmory, which is interesting. They're trying to power up their Dugtrio. Let's see what this guy does. Flip a coin. Oh my goodness. It's a Misty. Oh my goodness, dude. It's genuinely, it's Misty, but... Oh boy. Alright, we have to Pokeball here because there's still basics in the deck. I want to thin the deck out. They are going to go all in with the Misty slaps. Yeah, this is going to be... This is not going to be fun. Maybe it will be, I don't know. Love their hair, man. Right, they attach Iron Head, they probably pop off for like 5 heads. Gamba till we win. Win or lose, we Gamba. I respect it. I respect it. Okay, we can now rare candy down. The game is going incredibly well in our favor so far, and that's just kind of like the coin flips and the fact that we have Crobat already down. Like, the 30 here, plus the 50 from Carnivine essentially guarantees us that we end up getting to KO next turn with the Crobat if they can't heal. And at that point, I mean, it's unfortunate they just lost to coin flips. They're setting up the next one. Okay, they're going to Helmet. I'm surprised that they aren't trying to utilize these tools with Skarmory. Oh, see, and this is why I don't play cards like Team Rocket Grunt or Misty, because those are the kinds of coin tosses that I get whenever I play them, and I'm just so off of wanting to touch them anymore. Yeah, they concede. Good game. Man, that's tough. That's tough. But that was like ultimate setup right there. Big man Blastoise. It's Big Man Blastoise. I love it, dude. Going second into a Psychic deck. Likely an opponent running some form of DarkTina. There's the Giratina. It's not the Giratina I was expecting, though. This Pokemon has no energy attached. It has no retreat cost. Okay, that's pretty nice. Is this a Lunala deck, then? They drop a Giratina, as any normal Psychic deck would. And they research. They just had quite a nice hand, I bet. Okay. So, they're going to probably sit with the Giratina in the active and retreat it when it's convenient to. Another Pokeball? Dude! Nice. I'm sitting here with double research, but I didn't get to use them yet. Research now. Drop an Arceus for some damage and Crobat combo soon, hopefully. I'm gonna drop both my Zubats just in case. We get to start slapping for 50. Now we get to immediately start powering up Arceus, which is nice. I would like to draw into Crobats next turn, which would be really helpful. At least one Crobat. Okay, they research. Just trying to go for as many cards as they can, apparently. There's the Cosmog they were looking for. They're probably going to rare candy into Lunala pretty soon. Going to cape the Giratina. Okay. That makes sense. I need my Arceus to be available here quite shortly. They're going to communications. They're trying to search for this Lunala. Knowing my luck, they've probably gotten it. Ah, or they just got their other Cosmog. Okay. I'm a little worried now. I'm kind of thinking that since I drew that Crobat, the correct play would have been to Guzma for a KO rather than give them an extra turn with that Giratina. I mean, at this point, they've gone through so much of their deck, I'd be very surprised if they didn't have their main combo. I can Guzma for the KO next turn if I want to, which is certainly an interesting idea if they decide that they are going to try to retreat and do something this turn, which is incredibly possible. Okay, they are going to manually evolve. And there's the rare candy. Of course, of course, of course. So now Lunala comes down, and this is allowed to remove all from your benched to your active. So they're going to retreat out. Go for the blast, and then I'm just very sad. Yep. That hurts. That hurts quite a bit. Because I can't do anything. I can't do anything with my Arceus yet. That is a problem. I'm going to put Crobat up front because it has no retreat cost, and at least I have that going for me. And all I get from my troubles is a cape. Right, so they're probably not going to be able to KO us this turn. I could put the Giratina back in the active, but then I'll be able to swing with it. Trying to figure out if caping the Crobat is the play or caping the Arceus. I doubt they have a way to take it out, so I'm going to go ahead and cape here. Really use another basic next turn. I could have also retreated into Zubat, but I don't want to sack the Zubat. Crobat's likely to survive the turn. Okay. That worked for me. Alright, that's not a Crobat, but I think it's a win condition. I put down Carnivine here. Put down Carnivine. Go ahead and attach to Arceus. We retreat the Crobat. Drop the Guzma to KO the Giratina in the back, and then swing into the Lunala for 130. And that's the perfect way to end this game. Let's go, dude. That is... Oh, don't... Man, come on. Let me have that play. Oh, I worked so hard for that play. That was fantastic. Yeah, I'm like 8 or 9 games in, and I finally changed the Zubats. Okay, that's a okay-ish chance to get what I need. We'll see. Sprigatito. Wow. Get everything we need right away. I couldn't relate. I couldn't relate. You drop an Arceus, which is really nice. We can start swinging immediately because we get to go second today. And man, if I could just somehow get a Zubat out of my deck, we would be chilling right now. Why does it keep grabbing the wrong card? Why are there dark energies in my deck now? No, I forgot to change the energies, man. Oh my god, this game. This game. Why does it continue to do this? I hate that it continues to do this. I really wish that there was a way to stop the energy from changing unless you go in and change it yourself. I do not want dark energies at all. This deck is made to function with just grass energy. Ah, the Florigato. Okay. They'll probably Leaf Cape here, or they're going to lose their Florigato. Or they're going to Rare Candy and get a Meowscarada immediately. Which is also kind of scary. Okay, so they just let it sit there, or they string me along and then Leaf Cape. There it is. There's the Leaf Cape. They're Leaf Caping the Meowscarada. Okay. That is certainly interesting. I'm going to get nothing but dark energies now. This is not helping me. Okay, so I'm not super worried about... I mean, if I was going to Mars, I should have done it last turn, I guess, right? We'll just attack here and see what we can get. I can at least continue to keep swinging with my Carnivine. I would really, really like to be able to get a grass energy so I can put it on my Carnivine, though. Don't let that oversight ruin this game for me. The random energy system in this game is so not nice. Okay, they just go Fighting Claws. Grass Energy on deck. Okay, at least there's a Grass Energy on deck. I am once again sitting without a singular... Once again sitting here without a Zubat, which is absolutely just normal for me anymore. So we're just going to chip away at Meowscarada. They do need 2 hits to be able to get a knockout on us. I've got Carnivine to come up next time. Okay, you know what? That's fine. My hand sucked anyway. Okay. That's kind of reasonable. Would have been nicer to have better cards on. Alright, so. Problem is that I am unable to do enough damage here, so I'm gonna have to Pokeball, get another basic down, and then I'm gonna have to swing with Carnivine. Their hand is not great, so I'm not gonna Iono yet. I'm basically putting this down in a range where if they basically have to put a basic down, or they just Erica, that's also a thing they can do. Or 4 energy on the Meowscarada because they have nothing else. Oh, that is a mood, man. Okay, so I'm gonna cape my Arceus in case they want to get fresh and try to do anything to me. I should now also be able to go for this Carnivine, and then they cannot KO my Arceus next turn. We should just be fine here. Despite having the wrong energies, we're able to take it. Yay! Alright, let's give this another go here. Now that I've got my energies fixed, we get to go first. We are going first. And we get the Carnivine and Zubat and the cards that we most likely are going to need to be able to do something with this hand. And we're against a fire deck. That is a Turtonator, and I am actually very scared of that thing. Oh boy. Oh, I'm terrified. Alright, so we get a Pokeball here. He's going to, like, use the supporter card and just immediately put down... Bro, there's no Arceus.
There.
Okay, there he is.
I love art.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and put my Carnivine down here because at least I'll have some damage. If he draws that first, if he hits off that supporter on the first turn, what do you do? Okay, so he gets the research, so I have a turn because he uses that card and his turn immediately ends.
This.
Yeah. That's awesome. You love everything. Yeah, I know you do, the girl. Okay, they're just dropping Charmanders.
2 Charm.
All the Charmanders. So they're doing Charizard and Turtonator. Okay. Okay, we get the rare candy immediately, which is really nice. Because this puts them in a range where even if they use the supporter, I get to take them out next turn. Because that card requires you to end your turn when you use it. So we just get to pop off a Turtonator right away here. Now he's probably going to rare candy, Charizard, Stoke, and all that fun stuff, but... No, we're Charmeleon. Okay. Alright, so he's getting ready to... He's just getting ready now. Yep, he's just getting ready to let Zard come in and do its thing. We'll just start loading up our Arceus at this point. There's no real point for me to go for the Crobat here, but I need to cape my Arceus just in case they end up getting in with Zard so I can survive a hit from it. And then we'll just swing with Carnivine to get the point, and then they probably come in with Stoke Zard to start ramping up. They have Charizard in hand if they were going to bring Charmeleon forward. That's an absolute, like, definitely a thing. Unless they want to attack for 60. And they don't have Zard. I assume they have Zard. Yeah, there's the Zard. Okay, so they're going to Stoke. So I'm basically going to get now one shot by everything, but I need to get them low enough, which I can here, with Carnivine plus Crobat to get them in range of the Arceus. I have a Zubat to put down as my basic afterwards. We're going to Mars this turn. We're going to Mars this turn. No, we're not. Are we? I feel like that was like the rest of the stuff that was in their hand that was helpful. If they hold a card, if they get a KO, I'll wait. I'll wait till they get a KO or something to Mars here. Right, Arceus is going to be able to pop off and do the damage next turn if they attack. So unfortunately, it's a little bit too little, too late for them. We just hit so many good cards for setup in this game. The research, they lose, I think. I mean, I don't really know what they can do here. I don't think there's anything that they can do here. They're going to put the Barb on the Charizard. Put the Charizard on the Barbie. Zard is good at barbecuing things. This is true. That's the Charmander. I think they kind of just get, at this point, I think they know. They Steam Artillery, they take out... Yeah, I think they just know. Having something to hide behind while we set up Arceus is the optimal thing to have here. They're just going to bring Arceus forward, and then that's just that. We even get our own Arceus if we wanted to. Just put Zubat down. Attach, attack, and we just take the win here. Good game. Perfectly executed with the just really nice setup draws we had. There we go. Game. What a great deck. This is such a fun deck.